It's the lump of labor fallacy. It's,
Okay.
it's the Luddite fallacy. It's a recurring panic. This happens every 25, 50 years. People get all amped up
Okay.
about machines are going to take all the jobs, and it never happens. So let's talk about cars specifically, because that's front and center for the conversation. So when the automobile, 100 years ago, when the automobile went mainstream, this concern literally existed. Exact same panic happened, and it happened because of all the people whose livelihood literally was taking care of horses, right? So everybody running stables and everybody doing blacksmiths and like the whole thing, and oh my God, what's going to happen? Because Ford Motor Company is going to own the world, and nobody else is going to have anything to do. The car then created not only a lot of jobs building cars, right? It became a huge employer, right? Now, the car industry became such a huge employer that we had to bail out all the car companies to keep all the people working. Like in 100 years, it went entirely in the other direction. Not only that, the car, think of everything else that happened as a consequence of the car. So the idea of surface streets, right? Paved streets emerged because of the car, right? Streets weren't paved before the car. They were paved for the car. So paving streets, the idea of restaurants, the idea that you might actually go someplace to eat something was an invention of the car. The idea of motels, hotels, the place we're in here, exists entirely because of the automobile. The idea of movie theaters, the idea of apartment complexes, the idea of office complexes, the idea of suburbs, the entire build out of suburban America. The jobs that were created by the automobile on the second, third, and fourth order effects were 100x, 1,000x the number of jobs that blacksmiths had. And so this goes to kind of the fundamental kind of flaw in the logic, that they call it the lump of labor fallacy, which is technological change causes productivity growth. Productivity growth lets us produce more of what we can already make with less resources, and then lets us create, that's what frees up the spending power to let us create lots of new things, create lots of new demand, and that's what creates new industries, and that's what creates new jobs. And then 100 years later, we look back on it and we're like, I can't believe anybody was ever a blacksmith. And so this has been the panic, literally this is like the panic every 25, 50 years.
Except if you were a blacksmith.
And it never comes true. The good news is—
They didn't work out.
The good news is the car companies and all of these other industries hired huge numbers of people. And so I think the self-driving car has the opportunity to not only improve productivity for people in the car, which will be a huge economic boost for those people, not only has the opportunity to save lives, right? Over 1 million people die worldwide in road deaths today caused by human drivers, and I think we can take that very close to zero, right? Which is very good for both human welfare and in terms of economic productivity.